Few more seconds live.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vincenzo Berghella. I'm delighted to be here for the first StreamYard, webinar, live meeting for AJOG MFM, the American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Maternal-Fetal Medicine. I have the pleasure, as you can see here, to have both Stacy Bolsenius, our managing editor at AJOG MFM. We also call our journal, as you know, the Pink Journal. And we also have Gianluca Torregrosso, who really is the idea man behind this, since he does this as an amazing robotic CT surgeon for CT cardiothoracic surgery journals. Kate Neumoff is one of our AJOG MFM fellows, and she's joining us. Again, we're live on multiple social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. And I'm looking forward to do many of these sessions so that we can spread the amazing scientific discoveries that are being published at AJOG MFM. Just a very quick background, we have received already over 500 papers every year in high-risk pregnancy. As you know, there are 145 million births in the world. We're becoming quickly one of the leading journals in complications of pregnancy and pregnancy care in general. We have a great team I will be introducing to you in the next few weeks. But today I'm going to pass it on now quickly to Gianluca, who can tell us a little bit more about StreamYard and what you can expect in the next few weeks from us at AJOG MFM. Thanks again, Gianluca, for the opportunity.
You're welcome, and thank you, Vincenzo. Thank you, Stacy, Kate. It's a pleasure to be here. The concept of why a cardiothoracic surgeon is on a live talk with fetal maternal medicine, I think, require at least 2 minutes of introduction. So during the COVID pandemic, I was stuck with no elective procedure that were done in the hospital, as most of our practices change. And I decided to start a live platform, to invite guests and discuss with them topic in cardiothoracic surgery. I tried different type of platforms, and I landed using StreamYard. That is this special platform that allow you to stream live on 3 or 4 or more social platforms that are the most famous one: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch. In this way, I decided to partner with Journal of Cardiac Surgery, for which I'm a social media editor, to create a live event where authors that were submitting papers for every monthly special issues or every monthly issue of the Journal of Cardiac Surgery were invited to present in an hour their paper, their contribution. And I was hosting another person that was relevant in their topic, just to discuss, very friendly, cup of coffee, Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, just to give some educational background. And this live talk has been an incredible, very successful tool, both for the single individuals who participate, for the educational purpose, because a lot of cardiac surgeons start to follow them and to educate and to understand and to learn something new. And lastly, also for the journal itself, because the journal start to have way more increase in traffic in their website, as well as in publication that were submitted to the journal itself. Because people love the idea, potentially I can choose, and I can sit here with Vincenzo and Stacy, and we can next Saturday talk about the paper that I'm contributing or I'm submitting to AJOG MFM. So it's
Look, just to give us an idea, how many people do you get, for example, to listen live and to watch later?
So this is an excellent question. So generally on a live, I totalize around 500 to 600 people live. But within 24 hours, because the video stays recorded forever, indefinitely, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and in Twitter, I have overall, I can give you just the first 24 hours, I have more than 2,000 views within 24 hours.
Amazing.
And these one are people that spend at least 15 minutes seeing the 1 hour video live talk. So not only impression of people that spend 30 seconds on their Twitter while they're scrolling, no, or their Facebook while they're scrolling down.
Can you give us an example of sessions that you would have?
Yeah, so I can give you the example that I organized last Saturday, and I can show you the example here. This is one of the different tools of this StreamYard. As you see, we can stream a part of the presentation that someone has and someone of the speaker has. This is was this presentation that we organized for Journal of Cardiac Surgery, aortic annulus elevation for aortic valve and root replacement. So I prepare this PowerPoint that is generally that comes out as a PDF or a JPEG with the faces and the names of the people that will participate for that specific event, and the title of the topic that is generally the title of the paper submitted by those authors to the Journal of Cardiac Surgery. And I try to keep, one of the things that I learned is that I try to keep this conversation like limited to 4 to 6 people, 6, 7 people. When they start to be too many authors and too many debatants, like it becomes a little bit crowded. So
there is evidence, we're an evidence-based journal, evidence-based scientists. There's good evidence that the group that works well, and I learned this at Harvard when I took a leadership course there many years ago, it's 4 to 9 people. So it makes a lot of sense what you're doing.
Absolutely. And I think this is exactly one of the success. The other success key element was that I kept it as very informal. So one of the things that I ask the authors that participate is that people should do exactly what Vincenzo we are doing right now. Now you intervene, you have something to say. Shouldn't be the format that sometimes as physician we are accustomed to in a formal meeting. In the meeting, I take the podium, I present my 15 minutes presentation on a topic, and then you, Vincenzo, are the discussant of my paper. You take a microphone and you ask another question. Instead, should be more friendly. You should stop me and say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" It's more interactive.
Sounds like the format is that once you introduce them, then you give them some minutes, I guess, to present, and then the discussion opens. How does the session structured, if any structure?
Yeah, the structure is exactly what you were saying. I generally tend to have a resident with me because I want also to expose like young people, to also offer faces of young people around. These are people that are going to interview soon for jobs, so it's a great opportunity for them. I bring always a fellow resident, someone with me, and I give him the job to introduce everyone of the platform of that specific day. So like today, the resident will say, we have Dr. Bergella, we have Stacy, we have Dr. Torregrossa, Gianluca, we have Kate that now has a video on. Hi, Kate.
Gianluca, I should tell you, Kate probably did not have the video on because she is a beautiful 2 months, 3 months now, 2 months old daughter was precious and sore in the video yesterday, and that's why she was probably keeping us from a baby that maybe wasn't ready for video.
So kudos to you, Kate, for being here. Thank you so much. That we appreciate even more, and I understand why the microphone is muted now. So I was telling you, after the presentation, I asked one of the authors of the paper to present the paper very briefly. We don't want like a 50 minutes presentation, no, like it has to be 5 minutes presentation max. I tell them 3 slides of PowerPoint. Show me what is the hypothesis, what's the results, and tell me what's your conclusion. And then I always invite a discussant. So someone in the field of cardiac surgery that is competent or has published in that specific area, and comes on board and asks some question. And then we all ask questions to each other and we all talk to each other. And has become an extremely very successful formula. And we generally keep it for 50 minutes to 60 minutes just because it's a good structure. And we do this one on a Saturday morning, but can be done in any time.
Any questions from you, Stacy, as you're hearing this for the first time?
No, this looks like an amazing platform.
Yeah. And Stacy, again, Gianluca, you understand, she's the one who gets, this hundreds and hundreds, now thousands really, we've received at AJOG MFM, and then sends it to the editors. We're 3 editors at AJOG MFM, me, Emily Miller, and Tracy Mannock. And Kate actually is one of our new group of, we call them AJOG MFM fellows. She's doing a fellowship to kind of learn how a journal works and to participate, particularly interested in how the review process goes. We may do one of these, for example, on that, run by them fellows. And I do have a resident, actually, I haven't told Kate and Stacy yet, who's also interested in participating. I'd Zoom with her earlier on, but I will never Zoom with her again. I'll only do StreamYard from now on. So I don't know, Kate, maybe you have some questions or issues?
No, I think this is an amazing platform, and that is my baby cooing in the background. At least she's not screaming like she was a few minutes ago. But no, this looks great, and thanks for letting me be involved and just kind of take a peek into what this looks like.
Very, very happy to share this one. Another elements of that I learn by organizing these talks is the first great option of these live talks is that people can interact with you. So people who are watching, and right now, if there is someone who is live and is watching, we are streaming via my Twitter account, my LinkedIn account, my YouTube account. That is generally associated to subscribers that are used to cardiac surgery. So they might be a little bit weirded out or don't want to interact with something that is maternal-fetal medicine. But for example, we had someone who just wrote hi to us via LinkedIn, meaning they are seeing us via LinkedIn. And you see, you can put the comment that comes, that is via LinkedIn, because you see the little logo of LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And if, let's say, Mirella Molera Segrera wanted to ask something about the paper that we were discussing, and she said, no, that data, but what do you think about this data in these particular elements? She could just write up the question on the comment section of the platform that they are using. That could be YouTube, LinkedIn, or Twitter. And you, Vincenzo, that will be, or whoever will be the host of this event, has the opportunity to bring this question and say, oh, this is a good question, so let's bring it up. You put it down like this, and people can start. And I can say, Stacy, what do you think about this question asked by Dr. Segrera? And she can reply, and then you can hide it, you see, boom, and you go back to this format where we keep continually maintaining our conversation. So
it sounds like you host, you have your account. I know that there is an account also for the journal, and we are actually, it was already approved. The journal is getting, so AJOG MFM is going to get a StreamYard account, and I may get one just like you as well for non-AJOG MFM issues. But I think, 99% will use this for AJOG MFM. The question is, do you do all of the technical part, showing the questions, helping with the slides, or do you have, on the background also the resident or the fellow or somebody else helping?
So I generally I do everything by myself, or I have sometimes the resident that tell me, or help me in putting up some question. When you are a host, like I am right now, so I create this event. Okay, you can also add another host, co-host.
Great.
So I can say, you, Vincenzo, are my co-host. So you have the same screen that I'm visualizing right now that is a little bit more details than the one that you, Kate, and Stacy are seeing. So I have the timer where it tells me how many minutes this live has been on. I see all of the question. I have the opportunity, as I was showing you before, to switch through different type of videos. You see, there is this one where nobody's watching. There is this one. I can see this one, or So I, as a host, have this opportunity to switch through different format, and I have the opportunity to interact with the question and ask a question. So it's always important somehow to be in a couple of people, because, if you're also following the questions and try to engage the people in the conversation, can be crowded for you to manage everything. So you should always have a co-host.
And so when that person just commented hi, you enabled us to see it, right? Because I didn't see it until you
Exactly.
Okay.
I can go on top of it and they tell me add on, show, and so I can show it. Right now, I ask, for example, I ask a question in the comment section, and I said, tell us where you are watching from. No? So if someone is looking right now, could potentially reply and say, hey, I'm watching from Brazil, okay? And we can put this one up, and we can, and if you go on YouTube right now, and you can go and see the live that is happening on YouTube or on Twitter, go there, ask a question, and I can pop it up, okay? Of course, I pick it up which question. There are some questions that, for example, are not very, I don't like, I don't think that they go with the flow of the conversation, so I don't choose to publicize or to highlight them.
Could you make me a co-host now, Gianluca, just to get an idea?
Yeah, not at
or you have to do it at the beginning.
I think correct. I think it's only at the beginning. I've never done it in
no problem. Don't worry.
It's not the time the smartest technology. I'm still a surgeon, so my technological. I mean, are
no.
50.
Sounds good. And you told us, and again, I want Kate and Stacy to listen to all this, that you can post this beforehand. You can say, let's say we're going to have one next Friday at noon Eastern or something. You can actually announce it on this different media. It's pretty easy to do so on the.
It's very easy. So the way in which it works, and I think is one of the key success of this element, is to plan ahead and engage people ahead. So the first strength that you need to build, and this is something important for Pink Journal, is to have a presence on Twitter and LinkedIn, and grow your presence on Twitter and LinkedIn by creating a community. So ask to have a lot of people follow and to follow you back.
So right now, just to give you an idea before I forget, we have, I think, almost approaching 5,000, 4,000 plus in Instagram, and we have almost 15,000 in Facebook. And we also have a Twitter account that is relatively new. I know we have also thousands of followers, but I couldn't tell you the name. We don't have LinkedIn, so we can certainly open to that. But those three have been pretty
significant. Good number, absolutely. So This is your community. So what happened, and I'll tell you why I like LinkedIn too, and why you should have also YouTube. The reason is this one. So first of all, 1 week ahead, let's say that we want to hear about, I don't know, a book that has been published or a paper that has been just published. I want to go right now on ACO, MFM. I go to the main journal page, and I can pick up any paper, and we can start to discuss about that. So 1 week ahead, you can prepare a flyer that you start to recirculate. The flyer, I generally use PowerPoint. As you have seen, this is a PowerPoint slides, the one that I use, okay? And I prepare one, for example, for the event today. This one is the one that I prepared today. I just put some names and some just for 2 seconds. And you can decide whatever is your format. But my suggestion always is that should be a format that then it's repetitive. Now people should almost a logo of your live talk. So you should keep the same format for all of them. And this should be advertised on your social media platform days, at least a week. That's what I use, a week ahead. And people can choose whatever platform they are more accustomed to. Someone prefer Twitter, others prefer Facebook, someone will follow you via YouTube, someone will follow via LinkedIn. LinkedIn offers you an extra tool that is create a LinkedIn event. So LinkedIn events are a special way of promoting a live event where if you have a good amount of LinkedIn followers, you can send individually to all of them the invitation, and people can, and they will receive every time they open the LinkedIn American Journal of OBGYN MFM is organizing on Friday, I don't know, in 1 week from now, a discussion about this specific topic. Please come and join. So they have a reminder on their LinkedIn, and it's a page and an event that will stay on. So create a community is essential, and is fantastic that the Pink Journal has already a strong community. Already invading other social platforms like LinkedIn and YouTube will allow you to even grow more, okay? But this is the first, and planning ahead is a strategical asset to make sure that you have people that comes on the lives by watching them and then have questions like this one that you can put up and interact with while you are having your discussion.
That's great. That's really very, very exciting. Do you have, so let's say you have the authors of the manuscript present for 5 minutes, the quick summary of what they have published. They control their own slides, I suppose. You don't control their own slides, right?
So,
it's pretty easy to teach beforehand, how to share slides, just like on Zoom or anything else.
At the end, if you want to share slides, if you have a presentation, of 2 slides, you can share it and you can pass through the slides of your presentation right now, okay? So it's generally, I let the authors do their own sharing. Sometimes if I feel that they might not be able to manage for the idea of sharing their screen and I can simplify. I always ask the author to send me the presentation the day before, just to have it, in order that if they are getting complicated, I tell them, no worry, I'll take care of it. And I have it already on my background. And then I'll say, oh, this is yours, and look, this is what you send me. No problem, Vincenzo. You cannot stream yours. I stream yours, okay? So I have it and it's here. And I can, at that point, though, they have to tell me when they want me to change slides, because I'm going to control their presentation and I will change the slides. But more or less, you can understand when they finish to talk about that specific slide and they want the next one.
Yeah. This is minor, but I thought about it. Let's say I want to say at the end, if you have any questions in the next few weeks, email me. And I want to show my email, which is not so easy because my first name, my last name, etc. Is there a way to show something? Like, let's say we want to put ajogmfm.org, the website, somewhere. Can that be done easily? Or
easily? You can simply, oh my God, look, the baby streamer is probably among the youngest streamer in the world. That's a Guinness.
I apologize. I'm finishing up my maternity leave, but
no apology. It's fantastic. There's nothing. It's excellent.
I'm starting early.
So yes, you basically, Vincenzo, have to add another slide on the PowerPoint where you basically
have the content.
And exactly.
Because in the share button, I see, slides, and you just went over that, and I see video files, and those are really the only. Well, it also says share screen, so I could have a Word document open on a screen.
Absolutely.
The only thing here is, and I'm trying to share. Okay, screens 1, screen 2. So let me see if this works. Can you see, or you have to do it yourself?
Add to stream here.
So this word is questions. I'm going to ask you how to sign up, how to ask questions, which went over. Posts, which we went over, and also show slides, emails, or videos. So, okay, I can share screen and whatever is on that screen.
whatever is in that screen, you can now, if you were an host, so if I gave you privilege as a host, at that point, after a while, you can say you remove it and you go back to the screen.
Okay.
For example, I just put, this, I just add a slide on this one, and I said, this could be your end slide of every presentation. This is the end of our live talk. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have any question, this is my email at email.com. Please go for it, So, and you always feel it. Once you go offline, so the way you go offline is by the host and the broadcast. I have the same button up on the right where they basically allow me to go live or end the broadcast. Once we end the broadcast, means that we come off of the live on the social media platform.
Okay.
But our screen, so the four of us will stay here. So what happened most of the time is that you have other 5 minutes of nice networking with people, because at that point, you're not live anymore. Say, hey guys,
write another paper. Let's
fantastic, exactly.
Analysis,
Correct. This idea was great. I love this question. We should explore why we don't take that database and ask that question and run that question on a database. Yeah. So papers have arise at the end of a live talk. In those 5 minutes, you can imagine how many network you have created, because that's networking. At the end, you expand the network of people, and now Kate know me, and then we publish together using a database thanks to a question that you ask us, So it's a very interactive and nice way of proceeding.
Sounds great. So I'm hoping Andrew Bocelli is our Elsevier, boss and producer, so to speak. As publisher. I know she's signing us up. I will sign up. I guess it's pretty easy to sign up, for a StreamYard account myself. And we'll start soon. Do you think? Hopefully, the first time I'm edging to say, you want to be in the background, but it sounds like it should be pretty easy for me to run.
If I'm available, will be more than welcome to be on the background. I can always look. I can remove myself, right?
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. And then kind of be making sure we don't get any trouble. Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm back on, and we can we can stay on. So I can definitely come and help you as managing the various events and the various stuff. Remember that the first time.
Sorry to interrupt. But questions come up as you go through. So let's say Stacy, wanted to be on the background, because I know her, and let's say I organize something, in a week or two, and I can do that as a host. She cannot do it herself unless she's a co-host.
Correct.
But I'm thinking, I'm probably going to do it with, Kate and I being co-hosts, or some other people not here, and then Stacy and maybe others who are interested, they can be on the background. And, okay.
Exactly. It's important. Another thing that I do just to promote the event is to create a little flyers. The flyer that I use, that is a PowerPoint, I save it as a JPEG, and then I save it in my phone, and then I send it to my contact, even the night before, using WhatsApp, using my stuff. I say, hey, buddies, come over. Like tomorrow we talk about aortic annulus elevation, or tomorrow we talk about heart transplant. And you engage even personally. And I think at the early beginning, in the time frame in which Pink Journal is trying to build up even more resonance on your social media platform, this is the best way to have everybody on board and coming and watching you and knowing that you are streaming. So use your personal contact.
Perfect. Sounds great. Sounds great. I will. Well, I think another way to translate what you say is that I can certainly take it as my personal decision. We could post it on AJOG MFM, but I could also post it on, like you say, my own personal Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. And we could do reach multiple ways, multiple people.
Yeah. Great. Another option that StreamYard gives you is to do just a record videos. So it works like this. You start recording, so you are not live. But let's say that you want to record a video and then publishing later live on any social media, okay? So you can record the video, and then the video stays as a file, as an MP4, and then you can share this video via social media. You can upload on your YouTube or your LinkedIn, or you can even upload on the website of Pink Journal. At the end of the live, as a host, you can also save the recording of these events as an MP4 file. So what I'm doing is I'm saving each event after we talk as a file that is a video and audio file. And then we are uploading on the webpage of Journal of Cardiac Surgery. So if you go to the website of Journal of Cardiac Surgery, on a side banner, you see the live talk of each month.
And we can do that. We can do that. So if you can, after this, we'll do all that, and I'll make sure that this goes into AJOG MFM as our first stream.
Exactly.
Event.
I will record it, and then I share with you the file via email or via Dropbox.
Wonderful. I think that's a great overview. Great overview. Stacey, any questions?
No. This is very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. And Kate, you're good.
No, this is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, very, very. Well, Gianluca, thank you very much. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think the last technical aspects is always one problems that I encounter of this platform is audio. So Stacey is the one that does it right by wearing some headphones, and I generally ask the people who come on board to wear headphones them too. A lot of time I had problems with the echoes, so you can hear like. So what I do as a host, I can mute or unmute the microphone of single individuals. So sometimes if I start to hear echoes, I mute the microphone of everybody other than the guy that is speaking. That's the only things that, look at this one. There is here, thank you, Susanna. Stefano Schena, that is a cardiac surgeon from John Hopkins, is watching, and it is a great tutorial and excellent source for networking. You see?
That's great.
And
we're really expanding. That's great.
Okay. So we can end the broadcast. Vincenzo, I let you the honor to end the broadcast, and then please stay still online for a couple of minutes so we can say goodbye to each other.
Well, thanks, Gianluca, first of all, for being a great friend. I guess maybe this is too much information for people, but my birthday was Sunday, and Gianluca and 20 plus of my good friends through my wonderful wife Federica threw me a surprise party. I'm a year older, but a year happier. And thank you for giving us this wonderful idea. I can't wait to do many of these. As I say, the AJOG MFM has so much to say. One of my high school friends actually told me one day that something I learned in high school, scripta manent, verba volant. It's a Latin thing that says words stay, and what's written stays, what's said flies. And I always understood that what's written stays, it's good because it stays there forever, and people read it. But actually, he told me, and he's a philosopher, that what it means that words fly, it's much better, because words fly means words go all over, video go all over. We are in a world in which we live by 2-minute video, 10 minutes videos, and I think AJOG MFM is publishing such important thing that I will hate it to just stay on the written page or on the website. I think video and interaction will generate so much more publicity for this great research and a lot of great interactions, and also, like Gianluca said so eloquently, a spark for more research and more improvement for the health of mothers and babies. So thank you, Kate, for participating as AJOG MFM fellow. Thanks, Stacey, for participating as our managing editor at AJOG MFM, the Pink Journal, and thanks, Gianluca, in particular, for getting us started with our first streaming event. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye.